What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are doing something absolutely insane. I've seen so many of you in the comments asking how to start your own thing, how to build something from nothing. And I thought, you know what? Let's just do it. Let's make the ultimate guide. So today, I am going to walk you through every single step of starting your own business. And I mean every step. We're not skipping anything. From that tiny little idea in the back of your head all the way to the moment you unlock the doors on opening day. This is going to be the most comprehensive, step-by-step guide you will ever see. And because I want you to actually succeed, we're going to get into the nitty-gritty, the stuff other videos gloss over. We're talking about market research, creating a real business plan that actually works, and even the legal stuff that sounds super intimidating but is actually pretty simple once you know how. We're going to break down exactly how to form an LLC to protect yourself, because if you're going to build an empire, you need to build it on a solid foundation. I'm literally going to give you the entire playbook. So, if you've ever dreamed of being your own boss, of turning your passion into your paycheck, then you cannot afford to miss a single second of this video. I want you to grab a notebook, get comfortable, and prepare to have your life changed. By the end of this, you'll have a complete roadmap to launch your dream business. We're going from zero to CEO right here, right now. Let's get into it. All right, first things first, before we can build a billion-dollar empire, you need an idea. And I know what you're thinking, but I don't have an idea. I'm telling you, that's not true. You have hundreds of ideas, you just don't recognize them yet. Ideas aren't these magical bolts of lightning, they're hiding in plain sight in your everyday life. So the first thing I want you to do is literally just look around. What problems do you have? What annoys you on a daily basis? Seriously, make a list. Does your phone charger always break? Is it impossible to find good gluten-free pizza? That's a business idea. Next, I want you to think about what you're actually good at. Don't be humble here. Are you secretly amazing at organizing closets? Can you bake the most incredible cookies anyone has ever tasted? Maybe you're the person all your friends go to for advice on their resumes. These skills, these talents you take for granted are things other people will literally pay you for. Your skills are a gold mine of potential business ideas. Write down everything you're good at, no matter how small or weird it seems. Now let's talk about what you actually enjoy doing. This is super important. Starting a business is a marathon, not a sprint, and if you hate what you're doing, you're gonna burn out. What are your hobbies? What do you spend your weekends doing? Do you love hiking, playing video games, restoring old furniture? Imagine getting paid to do that. Combining your passion with a skill is the secret sauce. If you love video games and you're a great communicator, maybe you could start a coaching service for competitive gamers. The possibilities are endless. Once you have these three lists, problems, skills, and passions, it's time to play matchmaker. Look for the overlap. Where does a problem you can solve intersect with a skill you have and a passion you enjoy? This is the sweet spot. For example, you love dogs. Passion. You're great at training them. Skill. And you notice people in your neighborhood are too busy to walk their dogs. Problem. Boom, you've got a potential dog walking and training business. Start connecting the dots. Don't just stop at one idea though. The goal here is to generate a massive list. We're talking 20, 30, even 50 potential ideas. Don't judge them yet, just get them down on paper. The crazier the better. A subscription box for rare cactus soil? Write it down. A service that uses drones to clean gutters? Write it down. We want quantity over quality at this stage. The more raw material you have, the easier it will be to find that one golden nugget. Think about what's currently trending. What are people talking about online? Sustainability, remote work tools, personalized wellness. These are huge areas right now. Can you put your own unique spin on one of these trends? Maybe you combine your passion for sustainability with your skill in fashion design to create a line of clothing from recycled materials. Tapping into a trend can give your new business an incredible head start. Now look at your list and start asking a simple question for each idea. Would someone actually pay for this? Be brutally honest with yourself. It's easy to fall in love with your own ideas, but you need to think like a customer. Is this a nice to have or a must have? Solving a painful, urgent problem is always easier to sell than a simple convenience. Circle the top 5 ideas that you think have the most potential. Finally, for those top 5 ideas, do a quick gut check. Which one of these gets you the most excited? Which one could you see yourself working on, day in and day out for the next 5 years? The energy and passion you have for the idea will be your fuel when things get tough, and trust me, things will get tough. The idea that sparks the most joy and seems the most viable is the one we're going to move forward with. So pick one. Let's go. Okay, you've got your golden idea, you're excited, you're ready to conquer the world. Hold on. Before you spend a single dollar, we need to do some detective work. This is the market research phase, but I want you to think of it as spying. We need to figure out if there are actually customers for your idea, who they are, and who you'll be fighting against for their money. This step is what separates successful businesses from the ones that fail in the first 6 months. Don't skip it. First up, let's define your target customer. And I mean define them. Everyone is not a target customer. I want you to create a detailed avatar. How old are they? Are they male or female? Where do they live? What's their job? How much money do they make? What are their hobbies? What social media do they use? Be as specific as possible. Give them a name. For example, our target customer is marketing manager Molly. She's 32, lives in a city, makes $75,000 a year, loves yoga, and scrolls Instagram before bed. The more you know about Molly, the easier it will be to sell to her. Now that you know who you're looking for, where do you find them? Go to the places they hang out online. If your target is gamers, you need to be in Discord servers, on Twitch streams, and in Reddit communities like R-Gaming. If you're targeting new moms, you need to be in Facebook groups and on parenting forums. Don't just lurk, pay attention. What are they complaining about? What products do they love? What questions are they asking? This is free, unfiltered insight into the mind of your future customer. Next, it's time to size up the competition. Who is already selling something similar to your idea? Go to Google and start searching. Use the same keywords your target customer would use. If your idea is a vegan meal delivery service, search for vegan meal prep, plant-based food delivery, and so on. Make a list of every single competitor you find. We're talking big national chains and the small local guy who just started last year, every single one. Once you have your list of competitors, it's time to put on your spy glasses, go to their websites. What do you like? What do you hate? How are their prices? What makes them unique? Sign up for their email newsletters. Follow them on all their social media channels. Become their customer. If they sell a product, buy it. If they offer a service, book a consultation. You need to experience what it's like to be their customer from start to finish. Take detailed notes on everything. This is where you find your opening. Your competitors are not perfect. I guarantee it. As you analyze them, you'll start to see gaps in the market. Maybe their customer service is terrible. Maybe their shipping is slow. Maybe their product is great, but their marketing is boring and doesn't connect with younger customers. These weaknesses are your opportunities. Your goal is to do what they do, but do it better, faster, or cheaper. Or even better, do something they don't do at all. Now let's talk about demand. How do you know if enough people will actually buy your product or service? A great free tool for this is Google Trends. You can type in keywords related to your business idea and see how many people are searching for it over time. Is the trend going up, down, or is it flat? You want to enter a market where the interest is growing, not shrinking. You can even compare different ideas to see which one has more search volume. Another pro move is to create a simple survey. You can use a free tool like Google Forms. Ask your potential customers about their pain points, what they currently use to solve the problem, and how much they'd be willing to pay for a better solution. Then, share that survey in those online communities you found earlier. Just make sure you follow the group's rules about self-promotion. The feedback you get from a simple 10-question survey can be absolute gold. You might even discover a feature you never thought of, or a problem that's even bigger than the one you planned to solve. All right, you've got the idea, you've done your research, you know who your customers are and who your competition is. Now it's time to create your roadmap. This is your business plan, and I know that sounds boring and corporate, like a 50-page document you'd see in a movie. Forget that. A business plan is just you writing down your goals and how you're actually going to achieve them. It can start on a napkin. The important thing is to just start. The first section is your executive summary. I know it's at the beginning, but you should actually write it last. It's basically the trailer for your business. In 1 or 2 paragraphs, you need to describe your business, what problem you solve, who your customers are, and why you're going to be a massive success. If someone only read this one section, they should know exactly what you're all about. It needs to be exciting and to the point. Next up, your company description. This is where you get into the details. What is your mission? What are your values? Are you all about sustainability, amazing customer service, innovation? This section sets the personality of your brand. You'll also detail your business structure here, which we'll dive into more in the next chapter, but you can pencil in LLC for now. Think of this as the About Us page of your future website. Now for the fun part, products and services. What exactly are you selling? Be hyper-specific. Don't just say we sell coffee. Say we sell ethically sourced, single-origin Arabica coffee beans, available as whole bean or ground-to-order in 12-ounce bags. Describe your pricing. How did you come up with that price? Is it based on your costs or is it based on the value you provide? Also think about the future. What other products or services could you add later on? This next part is crucial. Your marketing and sales strategy. How are people going to find out about your amazing business? You already did half the work in the last chapter. You know where your customers hang out. So, will you use Instagram ads, collaborate with TikTok influencers? Will you focus on SEO so you show up on Google? Will you go to local farmers markets? List every single marketing tactic you plan to use. Then describe your sales process. What happens after someone discovers you? How do you turn them from a curious follower into a paying customer? Time to talk about the team. Right now, the management team section might just be you, and that's totally fine. But write it out. What is your background? What skills do you bring to the table? Be your own hype man. If you have a co-founder or plan on hiring someone soon, like a virtual assistant or a web developer, list them here too and describe what they'll be responsible for. This shows you've thought about the human element of the business. Now for the part that scares everyone, the financial projections. Don't panic. You don't need to be a math genius. We're going to keep it simple. First, list all your startup costs. This is everything you need to buy before you can make your first sale: website hosting, inventory, business registration fees, a new laptop. Get a realistic number. Next, project your sales for the first year. Be conservative but optimistic. How many units do you think you can sell each month? Finally, estimate your monthly expenses like marketing costs, software subscriptions, and shipping supplies. Putting it all together, you'll create a simple profit and loss statement. It's just your projected revenue minus your projected expenses. Will you be profitable in month 1? Probably not, and that's okay. The goal here is to understand your numbers. How many sales do you need to make just to break even? Knowing this number is incredibly powerful. It gives you a clear, tangible target to aim for every single day. This plan is your guide. It will keep you focused and on track as you build. Okay, this chapter is one of the most important in the entire video. We're talking about how to legally structure your business. This sounds incredibly boring, but I promise you, getting this right is like putting a bulletproof vest on. It protects you, your personal assets, and your future. If you mess this up, you could lose your house, your car, everything. So pay very close attention. We are going to make you untouchable. When you first start out, you could just operate as a sole proprietorship. This is the default. If you start selling stuff without formally setting anything up, congrats, you're a sole proprietor. It's easy because there's no paperwork. The massive, terrifying downside is that there is no legal separation between you and the business. If your business gets sued, they can come after your personal savings, your car, your home. Everything is at risk. We are not going to do this. It's way too risky. Another option you might hear about is a partnership. This is basically a sole proprietorship, but with 2 or more people. It has all the same risks. If your business partner messes up and gets the business sued, they can still come after your personal assets. Again, this is a terrible idea for most people. We want protection. We want a fortress. Then you have the big guys, like S corporations and C corporations. These offer great liability protection, but honestly, for 99% of you watching this, they are way too complicated and expensive to set up and maintain. They have strict rules about meetings, records, and how you pay yourself. It's like buying a tank when all you need is a bodyguard. We can get the same level of protection with something much simpler. This brings us to the champion, the absolute best choice for most new small businesses, the limited liability company, or LLC. The name literally says it all. It gives you limited liability. This means it creates a legal wall, a shield between your business and your personal life. If your business gets into debt or is sued, they can only go after the assets owned by the LLC itself. Your personal bank account, your house, your car, they are safe and sound behind that wall. Think of it this way. Without an LLC, you are the business. With an LLC, you own the business. It's a separate legal entity. This is a game-changing distinction. It gives you the confidence to take calculated risks and grow your business without the constant fear of losing everything you've worked for personally. It's the professional way to operate. Besides the incredible liability protection, an LLC has other perks. It's flexible. You can choose how you want to be taxed, either like a sole proprietorship, which is the simplest, or like a corporation, if that makes more sense for you down the line. It also adds a layer of credibility. Having LLC after your business name tells customers, partners, and banks that you are a serious, legitimate operation, not just some side hustle you're running out of your garage. So, for the purpose of this guide and for the sake of your financial security, we are going to move forward with the assumption that you are choosing to form an LLC. It offers the best combination of protection, simplicity, and flexibility for new entrepreneurs. It is the smart move. It is the only move we are going to consider. In the next chapter, I'm going to walk you through the exact step-by-step process of how to set one up. No excuses. All right, team, it's time to make this real. We're going to officially register your LLC. This is the moment your business legally comes into existence. It might sound complicated, but I'm going to break it down into such simple steps that you could literally do it during your lunch break. Let's go. First step, choose your business name. You probably already have one from your business plan, but we need to make sure it's available in your state. You can't have the same name as another registered LLC. Every state has a Secretary of State website with a business name search tool. Go there, type in your desired name, and see if it's taken. If it is, you'll have to get creative. Try adding your city to the end or a word like studios, group, or ventures. Important. Your legal LLC name must include a variation of limited liability company like LLC, LLC, or the full phrase. Second step, you need a registered agent. This sounds fancy, but it's just a person or a service that agrees to accept official legal and tax documents on behalf of your LLC. This person must have a physical address in the state where you're forming your LLC, no PO boxes, and be available during normal business hours. You can be your own registered agent, but I do not recommend this. It means your home address would become public record. Instead, use a professional registered agent service. It costs about $100 to $200 a year, and it's worth every penny for the privacy and peace of mind. Third step, get ready to file your articles of organization. This is the main document you'll submit to the state. Don't let the name scare you. It's usually a very simple 1 or 2 page form. You can almost always find it on your state's Secretary of State website. You'll need to fill out some basic information, your LLC's name, its address. You can use a virtual address for privacy, the name and address of your registered agent, and sometimes the names of the owners, also called members. Fourth step, the operating agreement. Now, most states don't legally require you to have this, but you absolutely 100% need one. This is the internal rulebook for your LLC. It outlines how the business will be run, how profits and losses will be split, what happens if a member wants to leave, and how you'll make big decisions. Even if you're a single member LLC, you need this. It proves you're running your LLC as a separate, legitimate business, which further strengthens your liability protection. You can find tons of free templates for this online. Fifth step, file the paperwork and pay the fee. Once you've filled out your articles of organization, you're ready to file it with the state. Most states let you do this easily online through their website. You'll upload the form and pay a one-time filing fee. This fee varies wildly by state. It could be as low as $50 or as high as several $100s. Google your state's LLC filing fee to find out how much it will be. Sixth step, wait for confirmation. After you file, the state will process your paperwork. This can take anywhere from a few hours to a few weeks, depending on your state. Once it's approved, you will receive an official certificate from the state confirming that your LLC is legally formed. Congratulations, you are now the official owner of a brand new company. Frame that certificate. This is a huge milestone. Seventh step, post-formation compliance. You're not quite done. Most states require you to file an annual report. This is usually a simple form to update the state on any changes, like your address, and pay a small annual fee. Put a reminder in your calendar for this every single year, because if you miss it, the state could dissolve your LLC and you'd lose all your protection. And that's it. Seriously. You picked a name, designated a registered agent, filled out a simple form, created an internal rule book, and filed it with the state. You are now a legitimate business owner with a liability shield protecting your personal life. See? I told you it wasn't that bad. Now let's get your money straight. Your LLC is official. That's awesome. But before you can make or spend any money, we have to set up your business's financial foundation. This is another non-negotiable step. If you mix your personal and business finances, you can destroy the liability protection you just created with your LLC. The legal term for this is piercing the corporate veil, and we are going to make sure that never happens. First thing you need to do before anything else is get an employer identification number, or EIN. Think of it as a social security number for your business. You need it to open a bank account, hire employees, and file your business taxes. And the best part, it is completely 100% free from the IRS. Do not pay any service to get this for you. Just go to the official IRS website, fill out a simple online form, and you'll get your EIN instantly. It takes about 5 minutes. Once you have your EIN, you're going to march right into a bank, or more likely go to their website, and open a dedicated business checking account. This is critically important. From this moment forward, all business income goes into this account and all business expenses come out of this account. Do not use your personal debit card to buy inventory. Do not pay your rent from your business account. Keep them completely separate. No exceptions. When you're choosing a bank, look for one with low or no monthly fees for business accounts. Many online banks are great for this. Also, consider getting a business credit card. This is another great way to keep expenses separate and can help you build business credit, which will be super helpful later if you need a loan. Just make sure you pay it off every month, especially when you're starting out. Next up, let's talk about licenses and permits. This is going to be different for everyone, depending on your industry and where you live. Your business is now a legal citizen, and just like you, it has to follow the rules. The U.S. Small Business Administration website has an amazing tool that lets you look up the federal, state, and local licenses and permits you might need for your specific type of business. For example, if you're selling physical products, you'll almost certainly need a seller's permit, sometimes called a resale license, to collect sales tax from customers. If you're running a business out of your home, you might need a home occupation permit from your city or county. If you're in a specific industry like food service or childcare, there will be a whole list of special permits you need to get. Don't guess on this. Do your research. Go to your cities, counties, and states' websites and search for business license requirements. It might seem like a lot of hoops to jump through, but operating without the proper licenses can lead to massive fines or even getting your business shut down. It's so much easier to just do it right from the beginning. Finally, you need a basic system for tracking your finances. You don't need to be an accountant, but you do need to know your numbers. You can start with a simple spreadsheet. Make columns for the date, the vendor, a description of the expense, and the amount. For income, track the date, the source, and the amount. There are also amazing user-friendly accounting software programs like QuickBooks or Xero that make this super easy. Start tracking every single transaction from day one. This will make tax time 1,000,000 times less painful, I promise. This is it, the final countdown. You have an idea, a plan, a legal structure, and a bank account. You are so close to the finish line. Now we have to put all the pieces together and prepare for your grand opening. This is the final boss battle before you open your doors to the world. Let's get you ready for opening day. First, let's talk about your location. This could be a physical storefront, but for many of you, it will be your website. Your website is your digital storefront, and it needs to be perfect. It should be easy to navigate, look professional, and clearly explain what you do and why someone should buy from you. Make sure your product photos are high quality and your descriptions are compelling. Most importantly, test the checkout process. Have a friend try to buy something to make sure it's a smooth, easy experience. A clunky website will kill your sales. Next, you need to build hype. You don't just open one day and hope people show up. You need to market your launch. Start teasing your business on social media a few weeks before you go live. Post behind-the-scenes content. Do a countdown. Run a giveaway where people can win a prize if they follow you and tag a friend. The goal is to build an audience of excited fans who are ready to buy the second you launch. Consider a special launch day offer. This creates urgency and rewards your early supporters. It could be a percentage off, free shipping for the first 24 hours, or a free gift with every purchase. Announce this offer ahead of time to get people even more excited. People love a good deal, and a strong launch offer can create a massive wave of initial sales and momentum for your new business. Okay, let's talk about the actual opening day. Whether it's online or in person, be prepared for things to go wrong, because something will. Your website might crash for 10 minutes, your shipping software might have a bug, you might get a rude customer. It's okay. The key is to stay calm and handle it professionally. Your response to problems is just as important as your product itself. Have a plan for customer service. How will you handle questions, complaints, and returns? Set up a dedicated business email for support. If you're selling on social media, be prepared to answer DMs and comments quickly. Excellent customer service, especially in the beginning, is how you turn a one-time buyer into a lifelong fan who tells all their friends about you. On launch day, you need to be on. This is your Super Bowl. Be active on social media, engage with every comment, thank people for their orders, and share the excitement. If you have a physical location, be the most welcoming, energetic, and helpful person in the room. Your energy is contagious. If you're excited about your business, other people will be too. After that first day, take a moment to celebrate. You did it. You launched a business. That is an incredible accomplishment that most people only dream of. But don't rest for too long. The work is just beginning. Look at your sales data. What sold well? What didn't? Read your customer feedback. What did they love? What can you improve? The launch is not the end. It's the beginning of a constant cycle of learning, adapting, and growing. And finally, have a system in place to fulfill your orders. If you're selling products, how will you package and ship them? Have your boxes, tape, and shipping labels ready to go before your first order comes in. If you're a service business, how will you onboard new clients and schedule your work? Being organized and efficient from day one will save you so much stress and help you build a reputation for being reliable and professional. You're ready, let's do this. And there you have it. The complete A to Z playbook on how to take your dream business from a simple idea to a real legal operational company. We covered everything from brainstorming and research to forming your LLC and preparing for that massive opening day. I know it's a lot of information, but I wanted to give you every single tool you need to succeed. The only thing left to do now is to actually do it. Don't let this just be another video you watch. Let this be the video that changes your life. Start with step 1, today. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and you now have the entire map. It won't be easy, and there will be challenges, but every single successful entrepreneur you've ever looked up to started exactly where you are right now, with an idea and the courage to act on it. I truly wish you all the luck in the world on your journey. Go build your empire. Go create the life you've always wanted. You have everything you need to start. If this guide was helpful, and you want more videos that break down the complicated parts of business and life, do me a huge favor and smash that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We're building a community of people who are chasing their dreams, and we'd love for you to be a part of it. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see what you build.